Is that an experience thing? Is that a
Uh,
comfort?
I know a lot of it does have to do with, I mean, being a younger girl, it's, I feel like older men were always very appealing to me because, I mean, other than the fact that I have daddy issues, they they have a lot of umph to them, I guess you could say. They're confident in who they are. They know what they want out of life. They are very assertive and direct, which, I mean, those are all qualities I love in men. Versus trying to trying to deal with boys, I guess you could say, because they don't really know what they want. They don't know what they're doing, and um, I just feel like they like to play games a lot.
You
uh,
mentioned you, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You mentioned you danced. Did you dance for the money or the attention?
Definitely the limelight. Definitely the limelight effect.
You enjoyed lap dances and stuff?
Yes, a lot, very much.
Was that
Being on stage the most, obviously, because you're like the center of attention. Um, but yeah, lap dances are always fun too, just because I don't know. I guess it felt kind of like it was
you
exhilarating, I guess, like going off to the side with some stranger man, like in a dark VIP room. And I don't know.
you enjoy being a cocktease?
Yeah, very much so.
Is that more so than having actual sex, or is that than just teasing the dude to death?
Uh, I love the sex, but I definitely would say my favorite part is everything leading up to sex,
Right.
the teasing and the really strong emotions. Because truthfully, like once you have sex, a lot of that simmers down. Which is why I've had so many sexual partners, because in the past it was like after you had sex with that person once or twice, um, that appeal of, I guess you could say, the unknown and that strong desire kind of fizzles out. So it's basically constantly chasing that high, I guess you could say.
I understand exactly what you're talking about. But for you, is that rush the chase where you're going after some dude you want and then you have him and then you're bored with him?
um would it be awful to say yes? Because yeah, kind of. I've I don't know. Like I've always, I guess too, my biggest draw in, and probably why I liked older men too, is because I like going after people that are, I guess, harder to attain, something that I have to work more towards, uh, versus just having that person basically handed to me. Which I'm like that with everything. Like,
Are are you a
like
direct woman when it comes to sex or sexually related stuff?
yeah, yeah.
You like it when a guy, for sake of discussion, if I see you in a bar, sounds like a bad porn setup, but if I see you in a bar and I walk up to the bar and you just look stunning, and I would say I would love to take you in the bathroom and bada bing you. Would that turn you on? Would that gross you out? Would that?
No, that yeah, that would definitely be a turn on for me. I usually like to be more of the aggressor, just because it's kind of funny, and fun, just going directly up to someone and saying something, I guess you'd say wild, because it's really out of out of the ordinary. Like I guess there's like a right time and place for
Right.
everything. Going against that and kind of just like seeing the reaction on someone's face. Um,
And
and
teasing
knowing
for you.
that
I'm sorry to
I
interrupt you. Teasing for you. Is it you teasing the person teasing you?
I like teasing a lot, but I like the sexual banter back and forth, and I like being able to tease someone and not having them completely all over me. Like, I like to have them play a little hard to get and tease me back.
So
Um,
you could be doing a dance and you could stick your booty an inch away from the dude's face and just know he's getting turned on, and that would make you wet.
yeah, especially if I'm doing that. And my favorite were the guys that would just kind of sit there with their poker face and like keep their hands to themselves and basically make me feel like I was not quite good enough, so I had to work a little harder for it.
Right.
That's a turn on for me versus just having someone completely all over you.
Did you enjoy contact dances?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that fully clothed? Fully, I mean, you're nude. Do you prefer being clothed? Do you prefer being nude when you do that?
definitely nude. I mean, that was definitely my favorite part about working in clubs was
From a physical perspective, what do you think is your best attribute?
hmm, honestly, I love my legs a lot. Um, I'm a leg person, even with men. I am crazy about legs, especially like men's thighs, and if they have really nice definition. But personally, for myself, I would say my legs first and foremost, and then I also love my butt a lot. Um, not that my butt's like huge and bubbly or anything. It's just very shapely. And I do a lot of glute workouts to make sure that it's very shapely. So I like my butt. Yeah. But mostly my legs.
So you like inner thighs nibbled and kissed and licked and played with and all that?
Yes, most
Does that
definitely.
get you
I like
going?
guys like squeezed really hard.
Your butt. You like your butt spanked? You like your butt licked?
I like my butt spanked, but I mostly really love having my butt like grabbed so hard and like pulled on, almost like you're trying to rip my ass off of my body, and like grabbing my ass and just like shaking it really hard so that my entire body's shaking. That's actually my favorite thing.
How do you make the transition then from after high school to getting in the adult industry? Do you Google it? Do you?
I guess it was kind of a. I mean, so after high school, I started going to school for phlebotomy and then dropped out like a month before graduation, which kind of regret that. Not that I would actually use that certification, but I wish I would have just gotten it. Um, so I moved to Florida from Charlotte and started bartending. And then that was fun for a little while. But bartending obviously kind of got me into a party lifestyle, I guess you could say. Well, you definitely could say. Then I started dancing. Yeah, like I said, I definitely realized at that point I wanted to get into the adult industry. Didn't do that. I was actually in the military for a little bit. I've kind of been all over as far as jobs. I've done construction, house cleaning, everything. I'm like kind of a jack of all trades. um, but this past year has really just been a turning point for me as far as my confidence and realizing like what I want out of life because and not really caring about what everyone else thinks. Because this past year has definitely been me setting boundaries and cutting a lot of people off. So yeah, I kind of don't know where I'm going with that, but I've definitely I realized that I'm not the type of person to work a 9 to 5 job. I love being active, whether it's working out, it's sex, it's dancing. That's what makes me happy. And I love human interaction. I love newness. Um, I don't want to do something where it's very routine. I'm not a person of routine. So it works out for me, and I feel like it fits really well with who I am, and I could definitely see myself doing it for a long time, hopefully a long time. And I honestly am excited because I really hope to learn a lot along the way and be able to see my progression and see myself getting better with time. Because there's a lot that I haven't tried. I know a lot that I can learn from other people. So that's exciting to me too.
Prior to getting into business, had you shot any private movies of yourself on your cell phone, anything?
Um, Not too long before I jumped into this, I started my OnlyFans. So, yeah, that. Um, I tried camming like maybe a handful of times, but it just was not exciting for me. Being behind a screen and having to look into the screen and talk to everybody. I just wanted like actual physical connection and human interaction and being able to meet new people all the time. That's exciting for me. Um,
You decide to take the plunge and get into business. Then do you contact LA Direct, or how does all that work?
yeah, I actually just spent a lot of time um, online Googling like different agencies and the best way to get into porn and all the pros and cons and everything. And yeah, so I went on their website, and honestly, the biggest thing that drew me in was seeing some of the girls on their roster. That I was like, oh my gosh, I love them. Uh, so I emailed them, and within the next few hours, got an email back and set up a phone call with my now agent Chris, and everything was pretty quick after that as far as